Hey Soul Surfers, welcome to day 9 of the 30 Days to Self-Love series. Today we are talking about connecting with your inner child. Oh, I really should. Yeah, get my unicorn on. Now the inner child is ready to rock and roll. If you're not sure what an inner child is, I encourage you to check out this video that I created talking about what the inner child is. You can check that video out now, before this, or you can check it out after this, whatever you want to do. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life. Here are some ways that you can promote self-love by connecting with your inner child. A great way to start connecting with your inner child is to get out actual pictures of yourself as a child from different ages and looking at them and appreciating them and just taking the time to kind of notice the things about yourself as a child. I know I have pictures of myself, but I hadn't really taken them out or connected with them. I had kind of a difficult childhood, so that part was a struggle for me. But that's also why it's part of self-love, because the inner child, as I explained in my other video about the inner child, is that most innocent, pure, wondrous part of ourselves that just can dream anything into life. And sometimes that part of us gets suppressed. So a very big key is to connect with our inner child, because that's the purest form of ourselves. That's the truest nature of ourselves. Now, once you have those pictures out, I really recommend taking it a step further and writing a letter to your younger self. In this letter, I highly recommend including very positive things that maybe your younger self didn't hear from the people that they loved, that they craved to hear. Loving statements, that they were good enough, that they're perfect the way that they are. Anything that maybe you were hoping to hear as a child that you didn't hear from the people around you that mattered most. You can tell yourself those things now, and it's just as valuable, because that's where the self-love begins, is telling our inner child all of the beautiful things about them. And writing this letter is a fantastic way to connect with them and to start healing them. Another way that I like to connect with my inner child is through journaling and writing in my journal with my non-dominant hand. Oh my gosh, when I heard about this technique, I was kind of like, okay. But I did it, and oh man, did it open up a world. It was this whole, almost like a portal to my inner child. My inner child had so many things to say that I can't hear with my ears. And the thing about the non-dominant handwriting is that it takes a long time, because we're not used to writing with that hand. And it really gives us that opportunity to slow down and let our child speak through that writing. I can't even put into words the experience. So I definitely recommend trying that if you have not tried it before. And of course, there are many other ways to connect to the inner child, but the last one I'll talk about today is through crafting and creating, using different forms of art like paint, crayons, markers, and you can just have a blank piece of paper and just go to town. Again, you can use your non-dominant hand too. That might also help with this process. And just letting whatever they have to say come out in color and not judging it. That's the other big thing too with these exercises, is not judging them. I went to a workshop for the inner child, and that was connecting to the inner child through art. And I was amazed by the things that came out that I couldn't logically comprehend from my adult mind, that only doing these exercises could really bring out of my inner child. All right, Soul Surfers, it's time to hear from you now. Let me and Baby Yoda know in the comments below how you plan to connect with your inner child. Also, let us know in the comments below if there are ways that I didn't talk about that you connect with your inner child that I can try out. If you're also looking for another way to deepen your connection with your inner child, I have this guided meditation to meet your inner child. So go ahead and check that out as well. And I will see you in the next video.